Well, Mark, we're just getting a look at prices on homes with conforming loans, that is under $417,000. In November, prices were down 8.7% year over year, down 10.5% from their peak in 2007. Now, if you're wondering why the drop is less than some other indicators, you're looking at lower priced homes here, and that takes out a whole lot of homes in hard-hit California, which had loans well above the conforming limit. Now, in other news we also got this morning, just when you thought they couldn't go any lower, housing starts took yet another tumble in December. Construction of new homes fell 15.5% to an annual rate of 550,000 units last month. That breaks the old record set in November. And we also got the year totals in, 904,000. And guess what? That's another record. That's down 33% from the full year 2007. Building permits, an indicator of future building, fell 10.7% month to month, and they're down 50% from last year. Builders, of course, are begging Congress for a home buyer stimulus package that would include a large tax credit and government-backed mortgage rate buy-down.
And now let's talk about the housing data flooding the market this morning. What does the plummet in permits and starts mean, good or bad? Let's bring in our panel to talk about it. Mark Zandi, chief economist with Moody's.com, and in Las Vegas, where he's attending the National Association of Homebuilders International Homebuilders Show, David Crowe, chief economist with National Association for Homebuilders. Okay, thanks to both of you. Diana Olick also with us. Mark Zandi, let me start with you. We see all this drop in new home starts and, well, the likely starts we're going to get in the future because permits are dropped. Good or bad?
Well, it's bad now. I mean, it's a real hardship on the economy. We're not building things and people are losing jobs, so it's a hardship now. But I heard Mark find the silver lining, and that is that at this low level of supply, we're going to cut into that mountain of inventory, and that's a necessary condition to find a bottom in the housing market. So, you know, you're 550,000 on starts. Underlying demand in a normal economy is probably 1.5 million. So we should be working off that inventory pretty quickly, and that's a silver lining in all this.
At some point, and I don't know when that point is, that really is the question here, we're going to have massive demand for housing.
Well, I would agree with that. There is an underlying demographic demand that's very robust out there, and it's been delaying its purchases. So we're waiting for that consumer to come back in the marketplace. I would suggest that even though we are now at record low starts, that there are some places where the market isn't as bad as you might see it in California, Nevada, Arizona. And so seeing some starts doesn't indicate that we're overbuilding or adding to an excess supply. It simply means there are places where the market is still good enough that people want to buy another house.
I think a tax credit, a temporary tax credit, say for 2009, if someone went out and bought a home this year and got a refundable tax credit and that helped them meet their down payment, I think that would actually be helpful. It would stimulate sales, it wouldn't affect construction, and you'd work off that inventory more quickly. And that, again, is necessary to stabilize house prices, which fundamentally is key to the financial system and the broader economy. So I think that's the way to do it.
If somebody can't make their down payment without this tax credit, sounds to me like we're going back to the days of they're putting people in houses they can't really afford.
Well, that's a risk, but I think at this point, because people are under such financial pressure, they're so scared and nervous that if we give them a little bit of help and they get out there and buy that home, I think that'll do us a lot of good.